Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. Today we're going to be doing a full get ready with me video. I did my hair, my makeup. I'm going to do an outfit change in a little bit. I just wanted to film this intro first. I am sorry if like the audio in this video is a bit funny. I'm using my iPhone to do like my audio because I cannot, for the life of me, I can't find my mic that I can attach to my camera. So I'm kind of like in this weird place where I need a new mic. I'm pretty sure I lost it while I was like moving here to Chicago because I haven't seen it ever since I got here. So I'm just using my iPhone for like my mic purposes because I just know that the audio, like the mic on my camera is just not good. You might hear some cars rolling by, you might hear some honking horns, some police sirens, some ambulances, some buses, you know, like it's a city, what can you do? But yeah, hopefully it doesn't sound like too bad and stuff though. But yeah, I just wanted to like throw that out there. I do have some errands to run today. I really need to go to Trader Joe's. I also want to go to Target. I also want to go to Best Buy to see if I can probably find a new mic. I also need to do some editing and I want to do laundry and I want to clean. It's just a really full day today. And then on top of that, I'm trying to film this morning. A huge shout out to Premium Lace Wigs for sponsoring today's video as well. They sent over the unit that I'm going to be installing today. This is pretty much what it's giving. She's got some like super curly like edges too, which I absolutely love. She's giving and I love it. You guys know I love a curly wig, so. But yeah, so let's go ahead and jump into today's look. So as you guys know, I always prefer to do hair first and then makeup afterwards. So we're gonna jump into this hair install. I'm gonna prep my natural hair first and just put it in two really simple braids and put on my wig caps. I'm not doing the bald cap method today because I wanted to keep today's install super simple. It's Sunday. I'm trying to keep it like real chill today. So yeah, but the wig that I'm going to be wearing today is from Premium Lace Wigs. Shout out to him for sponsoring today's video and sending over this wig for me. This is a really cute curly unit, and like I mentioned earlier, it also has a really cute curly edges. I've never tried a wig with curly edges before, so I was super excited when I got this wig, and I definitely was like really excited to style it and just kind of like work with these edges because it's just something that I've never tried before. I'm definitely going to make sure to leave all of the information for this hair down below in the description box, as well as the exact link to this wig that I'm wearing. So if you have any questions about this wig, definitely make sure to check the description box. Anytime I've worked with Premium Lace Wigs, they've always sent over super good quality wigs, and this one is no different. The quality of this wig is amazing. The unit is definitely well constructed. The lace blends into the skin like butter, and I just love the curls on this unit as well as these little cute curly edges. As always, I'm using the same products and technique for my install. I'm using my Ebin lace adhesive to secure the lace down, and then I'll go into styling the hair. For this hairstyle, I wanted to kind of keep it super simple and just like focus on like styling these edges. So once I was done laying the lace down, I made sure to cut off all of the extra lace and then go into like trimming the edges that I knew I wanted to style. Since the edges are already curly, I'm not gonna go in with like my flat iron or anything like that to curl these edges. I just wanted to work with like the natural curl pattern. So I just used a little bit of wrapping foam to kind of like reactivate the curls. They were a little like straightened out from like me like combing through them and everything as I was like installing the wig. So I'm just using this ORS wrapping foam to reactivate those curls. You guys can kind of see how they're like curling back up again. And I used just a teeny little bit of got to be ultra glued hair gel just to style them down and create like a couple swoops here and there. I made sure to use as little gel as possible because I wanted the ends of these like swoops to be like really fluffy and just like super soft. So, and to get that effect, you definitely want to use just a tiny bit of product. A little bit of product goes a really long way. As I'm going in with my hair gel, I'm also just making sure to place it on the very roots of the edges versus like the ends, so that way the ends stay nice and fluffy. So this is pretty much what the edges look like after styling them. I definitely pulled a few extra pieces of hair to the front just to kind of like frame the face. Having those little extra pieces in the front too just kind of like added to like the effect of like this super soft like edge style that I'm kind of going for. And then I also pulled like some hairs like two on either side of the face to kind of like frame it. And again, I'm just going in with that same wrapping foam from ORS to reactivate the curls and give the curls a little bit of definition. And then finally, just so you can really see like the curly edges and like the effect, I went ahead and did like a half up, half down type of style. So I just pulled like half of the hair into a little ponytail. That way you can really just see like the style of the edges and those cute little curls in the front. Alright guys, so this is the finished look for the hair. These edges are so stinking cute. I love the way that this hairstyle came out. It's like I'm really obsessed with like these curly edges. It made like styling like the edges so much easier, the fact that they're already curled. Usually I have to like go in with like a little tiny like flat iron and like curl the edges beforehand to kind of get this like little like this curly like fluffy look. But because it's already curled, all you have to do is just like put on some styling mousse or like some sort of like wrapping foam, maybe a little bit of hair gel like I did, and you're all good. So yeah, I'm obsessed with this hair. It's so cute. Hey! But yeah, I'm gonna leave all of the information for this wig down below the description box for you guys, like I mentioned earlier. So if you have any questions, just make sure to check there. There'll also be a link to the exact wig that I'm wearing. Now that we're all done with hair, let's go ahead and get into some makeup. So it is Sunday. I don't think I'm gonna be doing anything like too intense with my makeup today because I do have some errands that I want to run later on, and I'm gonna be taking my laptop with me because I want to get some editing done as well. So I kind of want to keep it like super chill today, you know, not too crazy, but I want to look cute at the same time. I'm gonna go ahead and do some skincare first because the only thing that I did this morning is wash my face. I wanted to like show you guys like some of my skincare. One that I'm gonna be using is from e.l.f. This is from their e.l.f. skin line. It's the Holy Hydration Toner. It's got hyaluronic acid in it, witch hazel. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply that first on a little cotton pad right here. And I just went in with some serum. This is the 4th Ray Beauty Rainfall 2% hyaluronic acid serum. Another product that I've been really liking for skin. It just makes the skin like super like plump and dewy. And then for moisturizer, I'm going in with Ole Henriksen's Strength Trainer Peptide Boost Moisturizer. I have been loving this stuff so much. I've been using it for like a good, I think it's been like maybe 3 months now, and it's been doing like wonders for my skin. I didn't really notice like how it was like helping my skin at first. Every now and again, like I'll break out a bit, like especially during like, you know, that time of the month for me, I'll get like a few little acne spots and whatever. In the past, they would leave like super really dark like marks, like acne spots on like my face, like acne scars. They would take forever to fade. Like these guys, like they take forever to fade. I noticed that as soon as when I started using this moisturizer, I'd still like get like some acne here and there, but I noticed that my acne scars, they're not as like intense as like they used to be. I still might get a spot, but it's like much less, you know, intense and like dark on my skin. So it takes like less time for them to fade, which is always nice. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Vaseline here. I like to just like apply it on like the back of my hand and kind of like work it into like my skin first before I apply it under my eyes. It's funny because as soon as I mentioned that I was using like Vaseline under my eyes, I feel like I've gotten like really awesome messages from people saying like, oh, I do that too and it's helped me a lot as well. And then I'll get like other mentions about like, you know, other products that I should try and like under other eye creams. But I'm telling you guys, I've tried so many eye creams. So many. It's literally been the only thing that has worked exactly the way that I wanted it to. And if anything, I feel like it's actually made like the skin under my eyes like softer. And I just like the fact that it feels like my under eyes are moisturized all day. The thing that I noticed with like other eye creams is that it'll feel okay for like a good maybe hour or 2 hours or so, but as soon as like that 3rd hour hits, that 4th hour hits, it's like my under eyes feel dry all over again. The reason why I like Vaseline so much is because it feels like my skin is like protected literally for the whole entire day. And that's like what I think that my under eyes need with this aggressive weather that we have right now. So that's skin prep. Looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and add some primer next. This one's from Smashbox. It's their mattifying primer. I'm only going to place this right here, right on the forehead and the nose. I'm really trying to run some errands today. I really want to go to Target. I ran out of my shampoo yesterday, so I need to get some extra shampoo and conditioner. And then I'll probably do laundry later. I have like a ton of laundry to do because I went thrift shopping earlier this week. I was just like on my way home and I decided to like stop at a thrift store. I was actually like looking for a pair of like shorts. I don't know, I really want a pair of like oversized cargo shorts. I couldn't find anything like that, but I definitely found some other stuff that I really love. So yeah, I have like a bag of like thrift store stuff in my room that I need to laundry, like put in the laundry and like wash and stuff. That's like my biggest like thing or tip. Like if you decide to go thrift shopping, make sure that you please put your new clothes like in the laundry. I feel like even with like new clothes that you get from a normal store or like a regular like retail store, it's like as much as I love thrift shopping, it's so important that you wash your clothes. It's just necessary. So yeah, I think later today I'll probably just be doing like laundry and like washing all of that stuff. I found like a bunch of cute stuff. I've been looking for new like skirts and like shorts and just bottoms. I feel like I have like a lot of tops right now. I know like tops and dresses are kind of like the things that I know that I instantly gravitate towards, but I'm really on the hunt for like more skirts and like pants, shorts, things like that. I've been thinking about actually doing like a thrift store haul like the next time I go thrift shopping. So let me know if you guys would want to see something like that. Thrift shopping is definitely like one of my favorite things to do. Like I love thrift shopping so much. It's good for the planet. I feel like it's just a good way to like explore your style. And it's cool to know that like you're wearing pieces that are kind of like unique to your eye. I think my skin, like the foundation is good. I kind of just want to do like my everyday like makeup look type of situation. So I think I'm just gonna keep it like, you know, skin focused today. So I'm gonna go in with my concealer here. I've been trying to be more like strategic with my concealer versus just like applying it everywhere because I feel like I love like a good full coverage like under eye, so it's easy for me to go like crazy with my concealer. Ooh, I've been loving this concealer from Charlotte Tilbury. That's like the one that I just applied. I'm in a layer 2, but this one from Charlotte has been so pretty. I'm trying to think of like what else I've been doing lately. Oh, I don't think I ever mentioned this, but I was working part-time at a clothing store. It's called Free People. My last day was yesterday. I started working there like in October because I'll be honest guys, like last year, I told you guys I was going through it last year. Like last 2022 was like a rough year for me. Like there was a moment like I was like ready to quit doing social media altogether. Like I was ready to just like throw in the towel. Like I didn't want to do content creating anymore. Like I was just done. Like I was so done. Like I was like, I don't want to do YouTube. I don't care. I just want to like be done with this. This was like maybe like a month after I actually moved to Chicago. So when I got here, like I started looking for like jobs. And I started working at Free People. I think that I needed to step away from content creating in that particular way in order to look at everything from the outside in. I'm glad that I took the time to kind of like step away and everything, because I think it reminded me of like actually like why I really enjoy content creating. It like renewed like my like the fire that I remember having when I first started. Even though I was going through other things in life that were super hard, like this is what I love to do. Like I love to share like my craft with you guys, like to share like what I love, which is like doing makeup and doing hair. And you know, I think that if anything, it made me realize that I just need to expand more on that, you know, sharing what it is that I love to do. So like, you know, thrift shopping, and you know, I love to, you know, just go out and go for walks. Like I love to work out. Like I love to read books. Like I love to crochet. Like I love a good morning routine. I love, you know, just going to museums and stuff. Like I think having that time away made me realize that I just need to expand more on like creating content that revolves around more of like what I love. I think like for a long time I was just like subjecting myself to just creating content around makeup because that's where I started. And you know, I felt like that's like, you know, that's like the only thing that people are going to be interested in, is just me doing makeup. I'm starting to realize that it's more important for me to share exactly who I am than trying to like restrict myself to just makeup alone and just hair alone. It makes me feel like I'm in a box. I'm a human being. I love things outside of like hair and makeup. And I think like the time away definitely made me realize that I need to expand on that. But the weird thing is that like this isn't the first time that I've had this type of like conversation with myself about like why it's so difficult for me to like share more of myself. I think for a long time, like I thought it was because like, oh, I just like really value like my privacy and everything like that, like and which I do, especially now and like in the climate that we live in, where we see so much on social media. Like I find like it important to protect like my space and like my energy and everything. So I've always been very cautious about like what I put on social media and like what I share. But I also think that being in that mindset also garnered like a lot of fear of being like judged and like misunderstood. But I think the one thing that's really helped me is kind of like realizing that the fear never really goes away. I think what changes is how you respond to the fear. The only way to get through your fear is to constantly face it. I didn't realize like at first when I started facing like my fears is that I would have to constantly, like, this is gonna be something that I'm gonna have to constantly work on like every single day. I'm gonna have to do the work every day, really like build that courage and like strengthen that part of myself in order to overcome this so that I can grow and move forward. But it's hard, like it's definitely like super hard to do. I'm confident that at some point it'll get easier, but I know that it's only gonna get easier like the more I face it. So I feel like this is me attempting to like face my fears, not necessarily worrying so much about whether or not people will like me, just like purely doing what makes me like happy and doing what brings me joy. Because there's one thing that I've noticed that, you know, has reigned true for me for as long as I can remember is like anytime that I simply focus on, you know, what brings me joy and you know, what makes me happy. I've never had an experience where the universe doesn't respond like in a positive way, but it's also like super scary at the same time. Like it's not easy to just jump in like that and like to have like all of that faith, you know, it's really terrifying a lot of times. But I think that like if you're in that situation where you're trying to like face a fear, just know that it gets easier the more and more that you face it. I feel like it helps you feel like the courage that you have inside of you, and the more that you feel it and get comfortable with that courage, the easier it is to like pull it out of yourself and use it when you are like facing your fears. When you're first starting out, it's like really hard because you're literally just kind of like you're leaning on faith that everything is gonna work out, you know? I'm gonna start baking now. I'm going back in with that Huda Beauty powder. I'm gonna start right here. I'm gonna place the powder puff right there first. This is my logic. The most powder that you're gonna get from your powder puff is gonna be when you first place it on like the first spot on your face. So I wanna make sure that I'm not putting it like super close to the under eye, like right over here, because that's where I'm the most dry. So that way a majority of that powder isn't like on like the driest part of my under eye, which is like right over here. Blush is from House Labs. It's this new shade in Pomelo Peach. I'm just gonna add that to the cheeks. I've been loving this blush. It's so pretty. So yeah, I was working at Free People for over the holidays because I was really like ready to quit content creating. Like I was so ready to quit, you know, after facing my fears and, you know, really kind of diving deep into like why I was having such a hard time with like creating content and like why I wasn't like really enjoying like the work anymore. I definitely realized that like I was just really afraid. I was really afraid of like growing in this space, like just being myself in this space, like all of myself. And I was putting myself in this little box and not really like trying to like expand myself here. From a really young age, I've always had like a super tough time doing that, like being vulnerable, sharing my thoughts, sharing my opinions. I realized that I don't want to quit because I'm afraid. I don't want my fear to be like the judge of what it is that I do and don't do. Like I think that's a very like unfulfilled life. But I definitely feel like it took time to kind of like come to that realization, and having that time away, like being able to look at everything from the outside in, I think was like the change that I needed to come to that realization. That's one thing that I'm very grateful to God that I have learned to not do, is to let my fears be the judge of like what I do and do not do in this life. Especially when it comes to growth. I feel like I'm so passionate about growing. I can't be held down by like fear. I'm more afraid of living a life that's unfulfilled. I will literally like face my fears just so I don't have to live that way. Like, just because I'm so afraid of being in that particular spot, of getting older and realizing that I didn't do all the things that I wanted to do. So yeah, once I came to that realization, I was just like, yeah, it's time for me to go back to content creating, and it's like it's time for me to do this in a way that I feel like I'm challenging myself. But yeah, so I'm not quitting content creating. I actually like put in my last day at Free People yesterday. Like, I'm glad that I took the time away to kind of like learn everything that I know now. But I will say, like, my favorite part about working there was the people. Like, the relationships that I built while working at the particular store that I was working at is like, it's literally like priceless. It's everything that I really like prayed for when I moved to Chicago. When I was in Miami, like, I had like my brother while I was there, and that was basically it. Like, my mom was like my best friend. On the weekends, like, I would go over to her house and like, you know, and hang out with her. Like, I didn't really have friends while I was there, at least not that type of like emotional connection where I could like talk to somebody, you know, about how I was feeling, like, you know, the things that I was like battling with internally and everything. Like, those are all things that I did, you know, with my mom. So when she passed away, it was very like hard for me because it wasn't just like my mom that passed away, it was like my best friend. So when I moved to Chicago, I literally remember on the drive here, like, praying to God, like, that I find friends, like, find other, not just friends too. I specifically said, I want to find women friends. like I want to find friends that are women. I think I've just come to really value the importance of having other women around you that are like-minded, that you can like connect with. The crazy thing is too, is that like, I'm not one of those people that has ever had like a large like friendship group. I've always found like value in just having like one or two really, really good friendships that are like solid, you know, quality friendships, versus having like many friends that, you know, you kind of connect with, but not really. I'd rather spend time building a deeper connection with one person versus like having kind of like surface level connections with 5 people. Like, I've always been that way, like, my entire life. It's wild when I started working at Free People and found like a lot of like women friends, and they're all amazing. Like, they're all amazing, and I connect with like literally all of them. I think I was only there for max like 5-6 months, but I learned so much from that particular experience, and I'm very glad that God kind of like guided me into that job, because I think they're lessons that are going to stay with me literally like for the rest of my life. See, like, even now I'm like starting to second guess myself. I'm just like, man, I just rambled on for like 30 minutes and I hope all of it made sense. Like, what if it didn't? Like, these are the thoughts that I'm just like, I feel like I battle with. Like, it's that little voice inside of your head that tells you that like what you're doing is like not right. No, you shouldn't do that or whatever. It's not, you know, someone might judge you, someone might think that what you're saying is crazy, and it's like, bro, shut up. shut up. Like, I like, for real, like, be quiet. Like, oh my gosh, it's so annoying. But yeah, just know that like everyone has that little voice of fear inside of their head. I think it's just a matter of like learning how to hear it and let it pass you by as if it was like a moving train. Which mascara do I want to use? Let's use, I don't even know why I'm asking myself this question. I've literally been using the same products like every single day for like the last month. This is the Maybelline Sky High mascara. The Maybelline Sky High mascara. I'm just gonna do my top lashes. I don't ever put mascara on my bottom lashes. Like, it's very rare that I do. I just like a good top lash. And that's only 2 because I like to put on lashes, so I feel like it makes sense to put on mascara because that way it blends together okay. I did a little bronzer on my eyelids too, nothing crazy. I started doing that more recently because I just thought it was kind of strange that like my eyelids literally have absolutely nothing. I thought like, oh, let's just do a little bit of color. Like, it's, no, just a little bit. Why do I feel like I'm like struggling to put on mascara? It's getting all over my eyelid. I'm really hoping that my nose doesn't look crazy because I think I put on way too much bronzer just then, and now I'm like afraid that my, okay, that doesn't look bad. Oh yeah, that's fine, never mind. I'm just overthinking it. Highlighter is from Rare Beauty. This is the I never know the name of this. I always forget. But it's in the shade Flaunt. It's their little highlighter. This has been like my favorite highlighter though out of like the 4 that they launched. It's like a really cute like soft gold. I'm just gonna do the center there, right between the eyes. I feel like my lashes should be good to go, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop those on. These are the Lily lashes. These are their faux butterflies, but that's cute. Faux butterflies, but it's spelled like BUTTERFL_EYES. That's cute. But yeah, it's their butterflies lashes. This is from their faux line, in the style Sassy. I love these lashes because they're like little baby lashes. I've been like really into just like a cute short like baby lash. I feel like my eyes are like super small, so they just look better with like a shorter, more natural lash. And this one's super cute. It has like a little flare at the end, so it just like whoop, and that just kind of makes sure that there's no like little space in between like your natural lash and the false lash. It's literally like my biggest pet peeve when there's like that little gap there and you can see like skin in between. Especially since I don't typically wear like eyeliner, it's even more noticeable. So I really like to make sure to like squeeze the like my natural and my false lash together just to make sure there's no like skin showing. So I absolutely hate that. Next is, I'm almost done here. I just need to do like a little lip. Okay, we'll use these two since I can't seem to find like any other lip liners that might be interesting. So I'm gonna go ahead and use these two from NYX. This is the Line Loud lip pencil, and this one is in shade Total Baller, and then I have this one in shade Rebel Kind. So I'm gonna use a mixture of these two. They're well loved, especially this one. It's like a cute little warm toned brown. I'm gonna use this lip color from Laura Mercier, from Laura. This is the Petal Soft Lipstick Crayon. I think I want to use the shade Leia. I'm really liking these though because they're very comfortable and they're just easy to put on. It's just cute. It's just like a nice like little splash of color. The finish is really cute. And like I like the crayon packaging. And now I'm gonna go in with like my darker pencil from NYX. This is the Rebel Kind. So I'm just gonna do like a really light line of this on the very outer edge of the lip. And ooh, I almost forgot my beauty marks. So my beauty marks are really light, like they're not like very dark. Sometimes even like without makeup you can barely see them unless you're like super close to my face, but they're there. So I like to, you know, I like to give them a little pop with like a little eyeliner. This is just like a liquid liner from Benefit. I love my beauty marks too because they remind me of my mom. I didn't have them like for the longest time. Like I remember when I was younger, I used to always want like beauty marks too, like her, but they were never there. They never popped up. It wasn't until like maybe, I want to say like 2 or 3 years ago that I started to like they started to like pop up on my face. And I was like really excited about it because I just remember like as a little kid, I always used to see my mom's beauty marks and be like, oh, like I want some too, because I just thought they were so pretty. So yeah, I like to kind of like detail them because they just remind me of her. I'm just gonna add a few finishing touches here. I've got my Melt Cosmetics Max Hold Clear Brow Gel. Just gonna run that through the brows. This is from Benefit. It's the Professional Super Setting Spray. All right guys, so this is the finished hair and makeup. I hope that little spiel of mine like helped someone somewhere a little bit, just a little, you know. Know that you're not alone in your fears. Like everyone is going through it. Everybody has like that little voice in their head that's telling them they can't do something. It's just a matter of like how you respond to it. I'm just really grateful that God has given me like grace in those particular moments, because there's definitely been some times where I've made like decisions out of fear. But I do feel like, you know, the thing that has helped me a lot and that I've noticed that has been like a huge turning point for me in those particular times, is like communicating with God and really praying about them. Like God is really graceful. Like God has offered me a lot of grace during those times, and I definitely feel like it's because really tried to like make it a point to acknowledge when I've made decisions out of fear, because I've just like I'm becoming more aware that like my relationship with God is very much like a relationship, and the only way to make a relationship grow is through communication, i.e. prayer. Definitely prayer is like the biggest like help that I have found, like during those times where I'm like trying to overcome something that I know is like a lot bigger than me, or like a fear that I have. You know, staying in prayer and really like communicating with God through it, and requesting guidance is always like super helpful. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put on an outfit. Why don't I film it? You know, why not? Let's go. So I have an idea for an outfit in mind. I'm just kind of like hoping that it all comes together. So I have this brown like a maxi dress that I want to wear. I got this like maybe 2 or 3 summers ago from Pretty Little Things, so I'm just gonna put this on. And then I wanted to wear this little like thrifted sweater that I got while I was still in Florida. This is where I'm like, I hope it all comes together okay, because I was looking at this outfit like, I don't know, but let's try it, because if anything I could always just like change the sweater. I got like this outfit inspo from Pinterest, so I'm like low-key like hoping it all works out. So the next thing I want to do is put on this little sports bra. Stay with me here, I know this is weird. I'm gonna put this on over my dress. I'm just gonna make sure to tuck in the straps like into like the sides of the sweater there. So I have my sports bra on, so it looks like this. Looks kind of crazy, but like bear with me. It's because I want to tuck like the sweater, like crop the sweater a little bit. So I'm going to like tuck the end of the sweater like inside the sports bra. And I like using a sports bra because it's more like snug. So it like really like holds that hem of like the sweater up. So you get like a nice like snug tuck. And then next is jewelry. I'm just gonna zoom in for this part so you guys can see like the pieces because they're super cute. For my hands, I just have like these little cute rings that my friend Emily gave me for my birthday. They're so cute. I'm gonna put her shop in the oh my gosh, video description. She makes jewelry and she's so stinking talented. Like, look at this, they're so cute. But yeah, I literally like never take these rings off, well these two specifically, because they're just so pretty and cute. And yeah, I just love them so much. It's like sentimental to me. Necklace is gonna be from sakita.pdf on Instagram. She is a jewelry creator in Puerto Rico. So she creates like these super beautiful like handmade pieces with all of like these beautiful crystals and like glass beads and stuff. And she's just so talented. Like I love all of her jewelry. She's just amazingly talented. Like, my gosh. And I'm also gonna wear this little like stone necklace that I found like at a little thrift store. And then for my bracelets, I'm wearing these guys. I can't find my other tiger's eye. It's probably in my gym bag or something. But I always like to wear like my jade and my tiger's eye bracelets along with my gold Casio watch. Literally, these are like my everyday like essentials. Like I need my watch, and yeah. It's just a must. This is like the men's watch actually. Like Casio also has like the same style but in like a women's version, and it's a little bit smaller than this one, but I prefer like the men's watch. Always love a good Casio watch. I really need to get a silver one because sometimes I'll wear like silver jewelry and I want to wear like a matching silver watch, but I love like their gold ones the most. And I'm trying to decide between like my earrings, like if I should go with like these ones or something like this, or maybe I should just go with like a basic silver hoop. Oh, I just noticed that this camera made my face look so smooth. My skin is not that smooth. Just being honest, my skin is not that smooth. There's definitely like some sort of like smoothing effect happening with this camera that I definitely did not check for before I press record. But I'm just doing some basic silver hoops. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got these from H&M. They just came in like a pack of like 4 or 5. I'm using this little small hoop on my second, little medium-sized one on the first one. So this is what she's giving, super cute. And then last thing that I want to do is go in with my fragrance. I'm using this one from Fenty. This smells so good. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. If you haven't tried the Fenty fragrance, I highly recommend it. It smells, it's just, ooh, chef's kiss. So good, I love it. She's been, oh, it just smells so nice. I just makes me so happy on the inside. Yeah, so Fenty, you guys need this fragrance. So I could literally drown in this and I would be like a happy woman. And that completes today's look. Oh, just kidding. I need some shoes. Just trying to keep it super comfy and casual today. I love these little slides from Free People. I found them at, I think it was Marshall's or TJ Maxx. They're just like a cute pair of like Birkenstock wannabe slides that I wear when I just want to be like comfortable. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna go ahead and run some errands, get some work done, do some laundry, and yeah, just try to be productive on this fine Sunday. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment, and give this video a thumbs up. Love you. Bye.